I'm John the Builder, and welcome to my world. We're here today to entertain some representatives from Brazil that came through the Rotary Club. I was asked to come to a house that I built to meet them and show them around the house and show them some of the green things we did here, the high efficiency heat, the daylighting and the floors and the walls, and just to show them, you know, what it's like to build green here in the United States. And this was a good indicator.
Rotary brought these representatives from Brazil who were up here for a month, and I gave them a tour of Town Hall. And showing, they met with the building department, our DEC. They're up here learning about, how we do things. Some of their representatives, one's an architect, one's an engineer, one's a farmer, and they came here basically to study and learn about islip in Long Island in the United States. And today we're at Pam Raymond's home in Sayville, where they reconstructed a home with all green materials, all materials recyclable, and also architecturally, you probably can see behind me, beautiful home. And they wanted to give the architects, the engineers, understanding of how we're trying to go green in this country.
The things that are important to us here are important to them. And we're coastal places. We're both coastal countries. And I think that's the most important thing. We care about the same things. I also thought that it was important to see and to show people what the Rotary does. Another means of communication. Here it is, the Rotary paid, brought these people up, brought them all over Long Island, showed them what this New York area is doing in a positive way for the environment.
So on this property here, where in Sayville, there was an existing small home that was like a little beach house, but it was built in the 20s on a foundation over bog. This is fill here. This used to be part of a riverbed. And the house was tilted, and there was always water underneath the house, and there was always problems with the smell of water and things like that. But it was a beach house. It wasn't a permanent year-round residence. Well, they decided they wanted to make it their permanent year-round residence, so we built this house in its place. So some of the problems that we had to overcome were really the water table. It was right up there. We were able to build a house with a full basement that's bone dry on this property by using certain systems, passive systems, to take the hydrostatic pressure, which was the big problem, the water. Hydrostatic pressure meaning there was water built up around the house. It's like if you took a bowl and tried to push it into a tub full of water, the further you went down, the harder the bowl would want to come back at you. And that's what it's like to have a house with a high water table. It wants to push up around the foundation, it wants to go in all the cracks. So to take away that hydrostatic pressure, we put in hundreds and hundreds of feet of French drains to take the water out passively and easily and just get it right up from the house, from under the house, and it keeps the house perfectly dry. It's probably the only house down here that has a basement. The rest of it was just really just building and trying to use some natural and locally sourced materials. We have a lot of glass because there's a lot of view, there's a lot to look at. So we use special glass. We use an Anderson low-E argon glass with a microscopic coating inside. And what the coating does is, in the winter time, when the sun is low in the sky and passes by at a certain angle, that coating allows the sunlight to come in and heat the objects in the house using passive solar energy. But in the summertime, when the sun is high in the sky and it passes over, it reflects off that microscopic coating back out away from the house, which helps the house to keep cool. And on top of that, we used an extremely efficient heating system, 97% efficient. That's very high. And the reason it's 97% efficient is because it's gas, natural gas, and we used, as our heating, to heat the house, we used radiant heat throughout the entire house. Even though there's wood floors, and a lot of people think you can't do radiant heat with wood floors, you can. It's just called a warm board system. It's radiant heat throughout the entire house, all different temperatures, and it was engineered to make it the most efficient heating system you could use. It doesn't require a chimney, it only gives off water vapor.
This house is amazing. It makes the person who lives here happy. So it's the most important thing. And use the resource to make the build green and saving energy. This is so nice to see.
It's my first time in Long Island. We don't have this kind of construction in Brazil, but it was so interesting to learn about that. And other things like this floor, what else? The heating system that we don't have there also. how he took this house from here to the end was great.
But I made some friends, engineers, architects, economic advisors. I mean, it's really great to meet them. I'm so glad that people trust me enough to let me in on this kind of a thing, you know, where we have people coming from Brazil and want to talk to me about how we built here. It was great. It was actually great.